What's up again, everybody? Welcome into Monday Night BOILeR Racing. So, good to see everybody, one and all. Let me get some music going here. And our first race of the night just about to get underway. We got ourselves another good matchup. This one's getting a little personal. We'll get to that in a moment. First things first, let me introduce our racers. On the left-hand side, we have Mr. Slackaholicus, one of our last two remaining undefeateds in the league so far this season. And he is your Philadelphia Eagles representative from the NFC East. If you guys look at BOILeR.org, you'll see him on the left-hand side in the NFC East division. Excuse me, and his opponent tonight will be Miss PrincezzxDiana, your Tampa Bay Buccaneers representative from the NFC, I can't think of the name of it, South, I think. God, I'm terrible, I'm sorry, that's not a division I follow. In the league it is, it's not in real life. I forget it so easily. Either way, though, like I said, this one's going to get a little personal. There's a little bit of a side wager to this one. Now, we all know Slackaholicus perhaps represents Team Bean here in the league. He loves that item a lot. So he's risking the ability to pick it up in his next match right now, if he were to lose. Now, if Diana loses, there's kind of a two-stage fallback for her. We all know that we say no crown every time. There, you see it in chat already, if you have a Taku's chat add-on. We say no crown every time that we see the pageant boys show up, and we call that Diana's crown. Now, she wouldn't be allowed to pick that up the following week. Now, the other real kicker to it is that she also can't drink coffee for a week, so she's really going to be stressing out to win this one, I think, because that's not an easy task. Giving up anything like that for a week, I don't envy you if that's the case. So either way, Slack's going to have a hard time without not a hard time, but he loves that bean. He's so good with it. Diana, that's a lot of money you could be picking up with the crown. I mean, you know, there's some things going here, guys. Anyways, real quick, after we get through the personal stuff there, what we do here is we race Finding of Isaac, best 2 out of 3. And we race down through the womb, too. So whoever beats Mom's Heart first is going to get a point down at the bottom of the screen. As soon as somebody does, we'll reset both racers, start from scratch again. Real quick, let me get you the link into both of their channels. These two are talking to each other, so they're going to do their own countdown. By the way, you guys can do that. You guys, there's a guy and a girl. You two can do that whenever you want to. Sorry, I'll stop being sexist now. Anyways, but feel free to take off whenever you two happen to be ready. Oh god, are you gonna fire with your mouse, Diana? I thought that was one of the other ones that you tried once and were just like, no. Either way. But again, there are 7 banned items nobody's allowed to use here. So let me get those linked up in chat. Those are Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, Epic Hack. If it ever shows up. There we go. Dead Sea Scrolls, Holy Bible, Toothpicks, and the Shovel. The Toothpicks you can take, but nobody's done it yet. So we allow them to be re-rolled, just so the racers can get a better item out of it. Again, though, best of luck to both racers here. Best 2 out of 3 through the womb. They know what's at stake. Slack looking to keep himself undefeated. Diana looking to get herself over 500 for the first time this season. So again, best of luck to both of you. Whenever you're ready, feel free to take off. And again, one more time, here comes the split link to both of their channels. Wishing both the best of luck, guys. And we're off and running. So again, ooh, very nice start on the left for Slack. We got the odd mushroom for fire rate cap out for him. So you can notice his tears fire much faster than Diana's do. She took Mom's Bra, which will freeze everything in the room in place for about 5 seconds, allow you to do damage without them even moving. And again, Slack directly onto his first boss fight here. Going to take Monster out. He's getting a champion version. You notice a slightly different coloring on him. He's going to have a little bit more health. Most of them have different abilities as well, so you have to kind of watch out for these. Yeah, it's also a slight damage down. This is true. Kind of forgot to mention that point. It's also a damage reduction. However, with the extra tiers, you're almost breaking even. It's so slight on the damage that you almost kind of don't notice it. It's so worth it to grab that. There you see that freeze effect on Mom's Bra. As everybody, you know what to do. If you have a Taku's chat on, there is a new emote in there. Let's all say, hey, back to famine. Allow me to type that out. It's spelled just like you would think. Famine, hey. Hey. God, I love that. That emote's gonna save my boys so much effort this year. I love that thing. Either way, there you see it. So everybody's saying hi to him right now. God, I love that. So much famine haste, fam. Love you guys. There's that Cuban meat for Diana. She's fighting one of the horsemen. That's almost guaranteed for you. Again, she used up the only bomb she had, so could not get that item rock, but she'll be moving on to her second floor slightly, and I do mean slightly, 1 room behind Slackaholicus on the left. Who again, with the, like, I not think of words now, got the Cat of 9 quote-unquote fails, as we like to say. I love that mustache too, Elite. And again, if you guys didn't see it, Taku's chat add-on's now available on Firefox as well. So definitely take advantage of that. What's up, Jim? How you doing? That SNES power shining through from last night? We got a very early Polaroid here for Diana on the left side. Okay, that's a two-piece trinket. What it's going to do is it's going to let you get into the last level. Once you beat the cathedral, if you're holding on to that, it'll teleport you to the last level. Also, if you get down to half a red heart or anything below that, cough, cough, blue baby, and you get hit, you get a 5-second damage shield. And that's an infinite amount of times per room. So if you're the blue baby and you get hit once, you have 5 seconds of invincibility. Speaking of blue things, we got the Forever Alone attack fly going to float around Diana in an orbit here. So you'll notice if she walks into anything with that fly, it's going to take some mass damage. Oh, somebody already beat me to it. There's the links for you. Alright, Hangman card for Slack. We'll let him fly for a room. That, you see him pick up right there, is an Eternal Heart. That half a white heart will either, if you get a second one on the floor, or take it to the next floor with you, become a full-on red heart container. Let's see it again. Everybody say, hey, to Famine, as he shows up for Slack as well. So he's going to wind up with a cube of meat orbiting around him. Same thing Diana's got. There you see on Diana's side as well, that fly doing some serious damage to Larry Jr. for her. What's up, Cupster and a Grit? How you doing? Famine high. I mean, wait, hey. Ooh, Pentagram for Diana. That'll be Curse up, which means that she's going to get more chances at Devil Deals. Also, damage up for her. She also grabbed one of those Eternal Hearts that Slack has got. You saw it turn into a full red heart container. Speaking of Slack, he just went into a God Room after finishing off, getting the cube of meat. Also getting a double speed orbital in Guardian Angel. So both of those orbitals will now spin at twice the speed that Diana's do. So more shot blocking capability there. Before we just destroyed Twitch chat with that. I love it. Alright, Sun card for Slack. Very nice find. I can see by the look on his face he's a very happy man too. That's a 3-use card. Full heal, damage to everything in the room, and map reveal for the floor you're on. So he'll save that for a little bit later. I love that play on words, by the way, Wolf. That is so perfect, dude. I'm going to laugh every time I see that from now on. So again, with no key, Diana going to skip over that item room, at least for now. We'll see if she's going to be willing to go back there, or if she gets lucky enough to get a key in the first place to go back in there with. She may just skip on through, as you see, doing a lot of damage to Champion Gertie here with that fly. Just in time, Zero. We just started off, so first race of the night. We're only a couple minutes in right now. Just shy of 5 minutes, both already working on their Caves 1. And again, if you guys want to see the split link, one more time, here you go. That'll get you into both Slack and Diana's channels at the same time, or in this case, Slack and PrincezzxDiana. That's so hard for me to say in actual, like, you know, speaking it out, but I had to put the joke in there. Either way, super bandage, a lot of health up for Diana. She'll be moving on to Caves 2, slightly ahead of Slack at this point, who is fighting his boss right now on Caves 1. So again, 1-room differential at the moment. But yep, first of our 2 races tonight, we're going to finish off week number 6, aka week 6, as it's also been misquoted. We've had plenty of misquotes this week. Either way, though, we'll finish it off tonight with our 2 races. We got this one, and then another one at 10 p.m. Eastern, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, flat penny. Every time Diana picks up coin, she's going to have a chance that spawns a key for her, which obviously she's going to need right now. Ooh, not what she was hoping for in the secret room. The Ankh, however, will bring Diana back to life as the blue baby, should she die. A little bit of health up for Slack, and another devil deal. Brother Bobby and Forget Me Now pill. Forget Me Now would reset the entire floor and lose your spacebar item. Brother Bobby, which he bought for the cost of 1 heart, is going to follow him around and shoot out pretty low damaging tears. Hey, what's up, Exo? How you doing? There's that key for Diana. Not that great of an item. The Yum Heart would heal her for 1 full red heart container every couple of rooms. Diana wants her coffee. She just wants to be able to pick up the crown and not have to worry about resetting, thinking that, like, oh crap, I knew I forgot something. So again, very nicely done here with the orbit on the fly. Gonna take out the husk before it even has a chance to get unpaused for Mom's bra. Very nicely done. Whoa! Speaking of Pageant Boy, there it is, Diana's crown and lots of keys. So you can see how that can pay off very nicely. Oh. However, the Bible shows up with no D6 available for Diana, so that's going to have to be left behind. Let's see those no Bibles after the no crowns, guys. So again, with the key pickups, or with the coin pickups, rather, Diana also with the flat penny, as I said, had a chance to spawn keys for her, so now she has plenty, as you can see. Again, the crown Pageant Boy gave her a bunch of money on the floor, so she picked all that up. That's what Diana's playing for right now. So that's showing up, believe it or not. Let's see if Slack's bean doesn't happen to show up for him. Speaking of who, he's fighting Fallen at the moment. That means Slack is going to be guaranteed to get a Devil Deal item at the end of this room. Not a Devil Deal. He could get that too, but guaranteed an item for free at the end of this boss fight. Now, it's a matter of what it is. So he has to be careful where he finishes this fight off at so he doesn't accidentally pick up a banned item. On that note, that one's not banned. Brimstone after a boss fight. You could not ask for anything better. Maybe Mom's Knife, but Slack will be very happy with Brimstone. A huge shot changer. Yeah, Brimstone's good enough. You're darn right it is. I'd take Brimstone any day of the week. One of my favorite items in this game, you can see why. Full on range, you can hit the entire room worth of enemies. Again, you just have to line everything up, all a matter of your tier rate for your charge time, and you just have to work with it from there. But ridiculously overpowered with that range, in my opinion. I love Brimstone. So again, both pretty even right now as Slack has found his item room, and Diana already has as well, obviously. Excuse me. Alright, Speedball is shot speed increase, which is completely moot point for Slack. His Brimstone's going to hit the entire other side of the room instantaneously anyways. So moot point there, but also movement speed increase with Speedball. Now, would normally make Slack look a hell of a lot cuter, but with Brimstone, I think that's going to kind of overwrite the cuteness factor. You have free Brimstone? Sure. Sounds good. Yeah, no, do not take chocolate milk with Brimstone. I don't even care what order you do it in. I refuse to do it at this point. That has been nerfed damage-wise ridiculously by comparison to what it used to be. Ooh, very nice. Congrats, kicking. Beating Mom's hard, beating Mom's foot. Either way, for the first time, it took me 98 tries. But I died 98 times before I beat Mom's heart the first time. So when that happened, I was freaking ecstatic. Alright, Diana moving on to her boss fight, giving it, again, a very slight advantage right now for being into this boss fight on the same floor Slack is on. Again, getting worse, so that'll be her second cube of meat reward out of this. She'll wind up with a better orbital that'll wind up being full-on Meat Boy's head. They'll float around her, shooting out damaging shots as well as still blocking shots for her. Diana used to hate Brimstone too. She actually loves it now. It's just a matter of getting used to it, honestly. I was terrible with it at first. Matter of getting used to it. Lethal Frag was the same way, honestly. I had to talk him into it a few times, like, dude, pick up Brimstone and try it. He's like, alright, fine. Finally talked him into it, and he grew to love it. It took a while. It's just a matter of getting the feel for it. Like you see, Slack just cleared out a good, 5 enemies across 3/4 of the room. If you know what you're doing with it, once you get the feel, it's pretty useful. It really is. And again, Slack also getting war here, so we'll find another cube of meat at the end of this. He'll wind up with a second as well. I know, that's the one issue. Now, the good thing, as Otaku brought up, with the Odd Mushroom, yes, Slack can really charge that Brimstone quickly. The other issue, though, with that damage down that he took, now it's really coming into play because Brimstone does a lot less damage as you get damage down. So it's really noticeable, and you really have to fire it quite a bit. So against boss fights here, it's not as effective as it could be if you get something like, let's say, Polyphemus, Quad Shot, something of that nature. But it's still good for that charge time being as ridiculously fast as it is. I still like it. It really does haunt you, though. And again, sometimes I'd almost rather have regular, like if he were to get some sort of damage down right now, Slack would be up a creek without a paddle. But doing really good here. Again, both on depths 2 right now. Slacks does not say the 2 on there. He's got an expansion level, or expansion version of the level, excuse me. Diana, however, looking at her mom's foot fight here, she's going to have a decision to make. Do you go and look for that item room, or do you go for the race advantage in time? There's your answer. Going straight on into mom's foot, getting gray version, the original that everybody thought was the ending of it originally. So nothing too special here, just normal spawns, nothing too scary about them. There's a few that are kind of bad, depending on how many you let build up. The spawns can really hurt you in this room. But Diana doing a great job staying right in the middle, using her fly to her advantage. What's up, Envy? How you doing? And speaking of Mom's Foot, Slack going to be in the exact same room, though getting the worst version right here. Again, he's going to do a different method than Diana's doing. We'll see the new method most of our racers use, where you just stand right by the door, try not to get hit by that arm popping out, but do all the damage that you possibly can to her. But there you see Diana finishing it off first, going to take that Polaroid with her. Second time she's seen that in this. Ooh, interesting. Slack finishing off the fight right behind her. Little bit of tier rate increase, which is totally unnecessary for him with the wire coat hanger, but he's moving on to Womb 1. However, Diana has an XL floor. So in the Womb, let me explain. There are no item rooms. There are no boss fights. God, I wish. No, there's no item rooms. There's no stores in the Womb. All you're looking for are your boss fights down here. And again, everything hits you for a full heart of damage, so it gets sketchy down here. Everything beyond here does as well. But with XL floors, you get both of your Womb floors put together into one. Now, in Diana's case, again, there's no item rooms to look for whatsoever. If she comes across one boss fight, she'll have the other one attached to it. So she has a huge advantage right now with this. Slack's gonna have to get lucky and find his boss fight here. Once he gets down to the Womb 2, he'll use that Sun card and then run directly to his next one. You're not guaranteed an arcade whatsoever. That's a random chance depending on a few certain factors. So you're not guaranteed that. You're not guaranteed a library. You will get a secret room and a super secret room, but it's a chance on the library and the arcade. What's up, Sly Guy? How you doing? And congrats. Very nice. We got a lot of people doing that for the first time now. That's like 4 or 5 today that have said that. But congrats on that. Glad we could help. That's one of the things we try. I mean, like, all of our racers have all these different methods that people tend to go like, wait, what just happened? Why would you take that item? Or, you know, things of that nature. So I try to get a feel for what all of our racers are doing, and I try to explain it, so hopefully it helps. On that note, like I was explaining before, Diana was just looking for 2 boss fights back-to-back. She's found them. So she'll have 2 straight bosses here. Lots of help to do it with. The Lover's card will spawn 2 red hearts for her in that last boss fight room, I'm sure, should she need them. But again, plenty of health, a little bit more on the way in. Ooh, death. So a 3rd piece of Meat Boy. Question now, well, she doesn't have any bombs, so I guess that answers your question. Diana will wind up taking that 3rd piece, I'm assuming. So we'll actually get to see Soccer Boy, sans the soccer ball. But again, we got death on both fights at the moment here. So champion for Diana on the right, as you can see, more health, and God, it's nasty with those bombs. I hate those poop sock bombs. But again, Slack gonna have an entire another floor here. He has a Sun card, so he'll see his entire map momentarily once he gets down there. But again, Diana, a huge advantage will be right into the boss fight on the floor Slack will be advancing to. Alright, just a little bit more to hit off of death here. Very nicely used on the fly. Very nice job right there. Will she take that 3rd piece of Meat Boy? No, she's gonna keep her orbital. I'll be damned. I spoke too soon. So there's that Sun card for Slack. Ooh, very few rooms to clear. So he's going to get right on over to it by bombing through this floor. There's that 3rd piece of Meat Boy on his side, might I add. So he did take it because he still has another orbital. And here we see, again, Diana already about 5 to 10% of the way through. Slack just about to walk into that room. So we're going to have a real close finish here, guys and gals. Anybody's game at this point. This one's going to come down to the wire. How much damage can 3-piece Meat Boy do? Should Diana have kept that orbital, or should she have kept Meat Boy in the center, just like you see with Slack? This is going to be a huge differential, I think, and 11 bombs for Slack is going to be big. You can see the damage being done by comparison here. That's a huge damage differential. That fly is going to have to help Diana quite a bit right now, I think. Though we're pretty even here on damage. It's a matter of getting the heart to come down and not having random enemies on the screen. Just like you see Slack taking care of all those bombs, helping him immensely here, and he's already below 50%, dropping 2 bombs at a time, and his Brimstone keeps Mom's heart out the rest of the fight. Meat Boy in the center to damage her endlessly. Still 2 hearts left, so Slack looking pretty clear at the moment, but ouch on this one. There you see it. That pseudo comeback, if you will, but very nicely done by Slackaholicus on the left-hand side. Yeah, that look of just like, I can't believe that I actually just won that race. Sub 17 minutes for both of them there, so that was a ridiculously good run on both parts there. Very, very nicely done. Again, let me get you the split link. Go in and tell these two both amazing race on that first race of the night, because holy Moses, that finish, guys. Wow. So again, wow, XL floor, Diana went pretty much straight on over to her boss fight, thankfully. but just not enough damage. And Slack with that extra damage up with 3-piece Meat Boy. I wonder if the question now becomes, should I have kept the orbital or should I have gotten the 3-piece Meat Boy for Diana? So we'll find out. Nonetheless, we'll be going on to game number 2 momentarily. You see both of them are going to start resetting and find the floors that they want. Again, go support both of them. I'm going to run a minute worth of ads and let them both get reset. I'll give you the link one more time to get into both of their channels. So again, go tell them both great job. Wait about a minute. We'll get round number 2 underway. I'll be right back with you. Thank you again for all the support. An amazing race so far. Alrighty, we're back and we're clear. Looks like both racers have got the resets pretty well going here, so let me flip back on over. Again, so we got Slackaholicus, 1-0 lead over PrincezzxDiana right now, so your Philadelphia Eagles leading at the moment over your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Excuse me again if anybody wants any of the information here. Yeah, there you go, so you do see it. Alright, cool, so it did work. Anyways, if you guys want any of the information on the league, here's a link right there to the website. If you happen to want to tweet it out and see some exciting races with some other folks, there's the, well, never mind, apparently neither are working at the moment. Bot decided to say F me. Alright, maybe not. Come on, bot, chop chop. Today. There we go, there's one of them. Alright, we got one at least. Let's see if we can't get the other one. Well, I'm trying. Anyways, we'll get the links in chat for you for everything momentarily here. Let's see, do I have that? Damn it. Yeah, it really doesn't want to link that one. Oh well. Anyways, we'll get links up in chat for you in a minute to get up in their channels and everything. But it looks like both are going to be settled on what they got here, and they're off and running. So again, good luck to both. We got round number 2 underway. Diana looking to tie this up in 1 apiece, force a game 3. Slack looking to win the night 2-0 here. So again, Diana took Roid Rage there. That'll basically give a, I believe it's a 20 to 40% speed increase. So pretty nice little speed up to start with. Ooh, very nice starting item as well. Daddy Longlegs for Slackaholicus on the left. So very nice find. You see that shadow floating around behind him. Will actually land on enemies just like that with a leg. Spider leg coming down out of the sky. And again, that will do some mass damage to things like bosses. Thanks, we'll handle the links, guys. There's a reason we're pushing towards one certain website, so let's keep it to cadgar.net. Thank you. Alright, so Steven for Slack's first boss, so he's going to have one of 2 items drop here, either a damage up or a follower with homing shots on it. There you see that spider leg slapping on down, killing off the first part here, so momentarily we'll see which of the 2 items Slack's going to wind up with. And the usual, Little Steve, so probably about an 80 to 90% chance that that's going to be your item there, but the follower with homing shots, so Diana's favorite color, purple, shots coming out of Little Steve there will actually home in on enemies. And looks like that dead end already worth a bomb for Diana to get out of, so wow. She's really going to be rushing through this one trying to win. She knows full well. Again, Diana's got to win this to force a game 3 here. The other Steve item is Damage Tumor that would give you +2 damage. Alright, new item room for Slack and Diana. We got Mom's Eye on Diana's side. You can see she fires out the back of her head from time to time now. Let's see. Oh, another every time! Oh my god, let's see those double no Bibles on Slack's side. Oh my god. For like the 5th time this week, a Bible has been re-rolled into another Bible. Unbelievable how often this is happening, guys. I can't help but laugh at that. It sucks for Slack, as he has to leave it behind right now. He's just kind of shaking his head and, you know, like, man, what can you do? A little bit of health up there for Diana. She's going to be moving out of the caves just before Slack will here. The odds are pretty good this week, Sly Guy. We've had, I think every time a Bible's been re-rolled so far this week, it's become another Bible. I'm pretty sure. Unbelievable how often that's happening. Yeah, one of the newly most used emotes on Twitch. No Bible, because it's showing up so damn much this week. Oh, I love it. Anyways, Diana finding her new item room already here in Caves 1. Slack still looking to get through this room, get through his boss fight momentarily here in Basement 2. Let's see. I almost called it the Scrapular, as in crap. But it's not really that bad. Scapular, if you get down to half a red heart in a room, once per room would actually give you 1 full blue heart container as well. Not container, just 1 full blue heart. Those aren't really containers. Think about the blue hearts like, really. Can we now get triple no Bibles? I was waiting for it, but wow. Can we get triple no Bibles as Slack has re-rolled the Bible for the 3rd time, 2nd time you re-rolled it, into another Bible. Oh my goodness. So again, with the battery, he now gets another full re-roll. He gets a full charge on that D6, so we know what's gonna happen here. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh my god, it changed into something else. The Relic. 3 out of 4 ain't bad. The Relic, finally. Something new from the Bible, ladies and gentlemen. It has happened this week. So the Relic will give Slackaholicus 1 blue heart every 4 rooms that he clears. Unbelievable. It finally happened. Ah, that Relic love. That Relic love. So again, Slack ripping on through Duke of Flies here. He'll be onto the Caves 1 momentarily where Diana's at. She's just looking for her boss fight here, so a good advantage for her, about half a floor. A little bit of health up for Slack, and he'll be moving on. Again, that Hierophant card he's holding on to will be 2 soul hearts for him. He's not using it yet because of those curse rooms, you see. A lot easier to replace red hearts than it is to find new blue hearts. Again, even with the Relic, a little bit of a moot point there, but he'll pick up the, and that one he's going to leave behind on the exact same note. That Eternal Heart will be left behind by Slack. He'll get that a little bit later on. Speaking of blue hearts, Diana going to pick some up here, move her right on into her boss fight. And we got Fistula here. Alright, stop it. This game is reading your thoughts. I know. Alright, new item room for Slack. We got Monstro's Tooth. At least a decent way to replace your D6. You'll see that will actually summon Monstro down to land on and do damage to enemies. And again, if you have stationary enemies, so much better. Because if they're moving, there is a good chance Monstro is going to miss them. It's not a typo, it's a joke. Yeah, Monstro's, not so accurate tooth. Wow, Slack finding his boss fight immediately here, so we're gonna have a very close race once again, as Slack is just about to walk into the same room Diana's in here. Though again, Diana finishing it off, getting meat, which is damage up and health up, and moving on to her caves too. And again, there you see, wow, very nice use of, well, again, Slack doesn't control Daddy's leg there, but very nice timing with Monstro's Tooth and Daddy's leg landing on it at the exact same time. Pestilence getting torn to shreds. You see that Cuban meat pickup and a Devil Deal, in which we have Blood Rage and the 9 Lives Cat for Slack. This is going to get interesting. I thought this would happen, so Slack going to take at least Blood Rage. Yep, there's the dead cat as well. I thought that might be the case. Might as well. 9 lives, and you're going to get that second red heart moving on to the next floor anyways. So, and yep, we're going to head back. I know what's in that curse room. Slack gonna grab his second piece of Guppy here. He's got a grin across his face like he thinks he wants to become a full-on kitty. So 2 pieces here on 1 floor. Guppy's tail will add curse to Slackaholicus, give him a lot more response to lock chests, and many fewer keys. So he's gonna try to become Guppy. 1 more piece is all he needs. Either Guppy's head or Guppy's paw shows up, and we've got ourselves an interesting build on the left. And again, now with this red chest, you might as well check. And no such luck, couple pills. Slack will pass on those. He almost never takes pills. So he'll move on to caves 2. Again, we're on the same floor right now. He's trying to become Spaz. He's actually trying to become Saber. For those who don't know, Slack has a really awesome cat named Saber who likes to spend some time in front of the camera as well. So definitely check out his stream if you do like cats, because Slack is a cat lover as well. There's a split link to get into both he and Diana's channel. If the bot responds, it may or may not. Yeah, that bot may be dead. No, hey, there we go. The bot's alive, and it actually heard me. And now Slack with a slight advantage is, well, not even slight. He's found both his boss fight and his item room. Bobby Bomb in there will be homing bombs and an extra 5 added onto his total, so now he's got 5 instead of 0. Moot point. Fighting the Hollow here, getting Monstro to land directly on one of the two of them. Very nicely done. I don't think he actually needed to use that bomb so much. He probably could have lined up one of these, like he just did right there, and gotten a free item rock out of it. But moot point, Slack gonna finish off his boss fight. Mom's underwear is plus ranged. Another devil deal with Krampus in there. Alright, real quick. Bloody Rage that Slack picked up before, as he kills enemies in the room, is going to add basically half a damage onto his damage total for each of the first 6 that he kills. So up to about a maximum of, we say, pi damage, you get about 3.2. Either way, though, only for that room. Now he's fighting Krampus, which, as he kills off, will give him a lump of coal. As his shots stay on the screen longer, have more range effect, you know, stay on the screen like I was saying, they're going to grow in size and in damage output as well, so more damage up technically for Slack. Another pill, like I said, he wants no part of that, but he'll be moving on to his depths. Also, Diana finding the exact same type of thing here. She's going to say no thanks to the health up from the lard. That will also increase your hitbox size. Well, maybe not the hitbox itself, but it makes you an immensely larger target and slows you down. So it's a little risky in that aspect. Yeah, the health up is nice, but Diana's sitting kind of pretty right now with 6 hearts, so she's going to move on without that and fight Pestilence. This, again, will give her 1 cube of meat. That'll be her first orbital. Yeah, I hadn't even finished my sentence yet, Amp. Gotta wait a second or two. Let me finish talking before you try to correct me on something. And there we see Slack immediately finding his boss fight, so this is gonna be kind of interesting. Do you skip the item rooms here? This is gonna play a big role here, because again, if I'm not mistaken, we're gonna have an XL floor. It doesn't show on the minimap, and I'm pretty sure it's Curse of the Lab because we don't see a number on that necropolis. Ooh, a little bit more health up. Slack will be very happy. That may consider skipping the item rooms. He's definitely, oh god, gonna fight the first of the 2 bosses and gets the Mask of Infamy. Ugh. Oh wow, Diana getting the loading screen too. Can we have back to, or side-by-side XL floors here in the depths? Could it be? It's taking too long, though. She probably would have already gotten that to pop through if that were XL, so she's just gonna have to wait this out. Oh, there we go. Didn't take too long. Ooh, nicely used Monstro's Tooth. That barely hit the mask. Nicely done there by Slack. Oh, just a Necropolis floor for Diana. So again, Slack on an XL floor. Will he go directly to? Indeed he will, his mom's foot fight. So with no way to teleport out of here, at least yet, he's stuck in here. Slack will be skipping over both item rooms here on the Depths XL. Again, that's one thing you have to think about. If you're in the Depths 2 or the Depths XL and you go into your mom's heart or mom's foot fight, if you have no way to teleport out, you're stuck in there. Yeah, Christina's finally sharing the mask hugs. It's about damn time. No, everybody hates that mask. They hate that mask so much. I don't blame anybody. That mask is just brutally evil. So we see Squeezy, fire rate increase, and a couple of soul hearts for Slack. He's also going to take the Polaroid with him as he had no other trinket. Again, that will, if you get down to half a red heart or less in the case of Blue Baby, give you a 5-second damage shield every time you get hit. Infamous hugs, man. Infamous hugs. Alright, so Diana's still looking for item room and or boss fight. Coming across that room, as we like to call it within the league. Right now, Tornus and Lockhat are cringing at the sight of this room. Let's see, little bit of extra health there for Slack. Might as well grab everything else you can. Where are you going to find this boss fight? Oh, and there you see the scapular finally enacting. That was a little too close. Diana got down to half a red heart there, and you see she popped up with a full-on blue heart after that. That's the scapular enacting, so it does actually come in handy. Are you kidding? Sad onion, so again, fire rate increase there for Slack. Gonna see a lot more tears on his side, and he's come across this boss fight too, so he's got a very big grin across his face right now. Sub 13 minutes looking at his boss fight here on the Womb 1. Alright, so we are gonna get... Oh, the bloat. Immediately move out of the way if you come into this bloat fight, because he will shoot brimstone at you, guaranteed, no matter what door you walk in, unless you're right on top of him. Herein lies the trick to this fight. You see Slack is just barely moving over to where he can hit the bloat. He's trying to get it to jump to the bottom part of the screen, at which point he'd run on top of it and fire downwards. Brimstone can't go up from the bloat, so you'll never get hit with it. Let's see those no shovels, because there's nothing Slack can do with that. However, I believe he's going to consider that nail. Indeed he is. So Slack's going to take the nail with him. That's going to give you damage up and 1 soul heart every time you use it. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. Monstro actually hit bloat and did very good damage to him. I'm very impressed by that. Again, the shovel is banned as a item here in the league. Again, we're... Oh, Diana down. Ouch. Has that sealed it with the 9 lives and just the 1 floor to go for Slack. Has that sealed it? We'll find out momentarily here. He's just looking for a boss fight. The thought of no coffee may be rifling through Diana's mind right about now. Hangman will oh my god. Will allow Slack to fly. Yeah, the look on his face says it all. The mark is damage up and a soul heart and movement speed increase. Oh, Max's head. Now we're getting the good items. Diana getting a huge tier increase right there. Damage multiplier, damage up, and knockback. Sorry, I can't say the right word. Honor tiers. Let me get that link in there for you. Saw somebody looking for the split link. If the bot responds, we'll have it for you. There you go. There's a link to get into both Diana and Slack's chat. Yeah, some beast items going on right here. So Slack's build is just getting filthy right now. So he's going with Judgy Please. Wow, that's kind of interesting. Mom's Purse would give you a second trinket slot. Normally you can only have 1, so the only way to get a second one there, making the tick a very useful find if you happen across it, is Mom's Purse. So very nice find there. Again, a little too late possibly, unless maybe something else spawns like cancer at that point. But nope, gonna be too little too late. Slack gonna move right on into his Mom's Heart fight, so looking to win this 2-0 here. Again, we raced through Mom's Heart in the regular season, because with 16 races a week, I can't really handle like 4-hour races, sadly. So nonetheless, we raced through Mom's Heart. Slack already a good 50% of the way through, and you can see that Daddy Longlegs doing some work for him. But again, that damage up would have been enacted with the nail if he actually had a charge. He isn't going to worry about it, though, as you can see. His tiers are good enough as is. But a really, really ridiculously nice run going on here for Slack right now. And on that note, he's going to hit the finish button. We're going to give him a 2-0 win, and that is a 15-minute, 13-second run to finish that one off. Slack, over the last 2 weeks, has had nothing but sub-16-minute runs, if I am not mistaken, within the league. Those are some filthy times.